There's a lot more glass lying outside and in. So, somebody made it look like it had been broken into, but it was actually from inside. Officer Wong. And he seems pretty nervous about his boss. Hey Conrad, this is Officer Wong, my colleague, Neil Conrad. Thank you for filling me in, officer. We'll take it from here. Conrad, the security guard who called the police is still inside. Let's go talk to him. He works for a security firm named Cox that was contracted by AdSpot to monitor their offices at night. I already informed their CEO Albert Cox about the intrusion. Or rather, his secretary. She told me that he's been at a business meal since 5:30 in the evening. But she said she's asked him to return to the office for questioning soon. First, let's hear what the guard has to say. This is Brown. I'm not panicking. You're being careless. I want you to promise me that you stay home today, okay? Oh, the officers are here. I'll call you back later. Good evening, Mr. Brown. We need to ask you a few questions. Officers, I really don't understand how it happened. I was just getting a coffee in here and then... I mean, I can't have an eye on all the rooms at the same time, right? It wasn't my fault. Calm down, sir. We're not accusing you of anything. My boss won't be happy at all when he hears about this. Would you tell us what happened from the start? The broadcast began around 1800. Where were you at that time? As I said, I had left my post at the front desk for a short break and was having a coffee in here. I heard the sound of shattering glass and I ran looking for the noise. When I arrived in the server room, I saw the broken window and the video playing on the screen. I stopped the broadcast as quickly as I could. It all just took a few seconds. Hold on. They managed to climb in, log into the computer and start that video within a few seconds. It seems that way. Did you see anyone when you entered the server room? No, it was empty. I went to look outside, but they were already gone. So, to be clear, the video could have only played for a few seconds? No more than 10. And if you stop it here, it immediately stops everywhere? Yeah, the screens across the city just mirror the ones in here. Look, my boss will say it's all my fault, but I swear to you Okay, thank you. That's all for now, Conrad. I'm sending a sheet to your cell. I will look around and see if you can find out who started that broadcast. Well, the guard's lying for starters. For definite. A new message is waiting for you on Dating Elite. Make sure to check it soon. Okay, so we've got a broadcast. Brown, Cox, Moore, Shen. I could ask him some more questions if I can. Excuse me, Mr. Brown. Anything else you want to know? About tonight. Did you leave the building at any time? Only one time when I went looking for the intruder and I came right back. Did anyone enter the building except for you? Just me and whoever started the broadcast. Can I go home soon? My wife's a savant, and after that video today, I'm afraid you'll have to stay a little longer and help us find the people behind all this. I'd feel better if I was with her. I called her earlier and told her to stay home and she wouldn't listen. I see. Anything else you want to know? What's your relationship with your boss? Honestly, I can't say he likes me. He's been looking for a reason to fire me for a while. I think I only got the job because one of his top men vouched for me. I see. That's all for now. I never noticed the reflections in the glass. Look, that's the surrounding. There's the billboard. Look. Did it say it saved it when I sit down? No. Why is the highlight being switched off? Why never noticed that? So it has to be a white border before it's on. I have to remember that. Hey Saito, could you do me a favour? Of course, shoot. There's a presence sensor at the entrance of Oddspot server room. Any chance you can pull its data from around the time the broadcast was started? Give me a sec, I'll check. I got access, but the sensor doesn't store any names. However, I could provide you with a list of every time someone passed through that door around 18 o'clock. Great, that would be helpful. Alright, send it to you now. Remember that sensor reacts every time someone uses the door, no matter if they're going in or out. Gotcha, talk to you later. Let's have a look at this data. List of present detector entries. See, there's 3, there should be 4 for in and out. Can I go in there? Yeah. This must be the computer they used to broadcast the video. Looks like someone smashed the server room window. That was definitely from the other direction. What was this? Security information. This is an APHIS A420 door card scanner. People are logged every time they pass through the door. So they came in and left. Jim Chen came in and left. Lisa came in, left, came back in, left. Niles came in and left. That's just away for lunch. He came back, he left. So everybody came in and left, didn't they? Because it has to be an even amount. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4. I was expecting one of them to be an odd amount. So I'm not sure. Somebody broke that window from inside. And this door, can I relook at this? Oh, it was an email, sorry. 1756. (1801), 1802. So somebody would have gone into the server room then, smashed the glass, gone outside, he came in, so he came in then he went to the server room. If it's him, okay? He came in at 1752. No, he went out at 1755. So how did... Somebody went into the server room at 1756. Out, in, out, in. Out, in. Yeah, because if... That must be in, out. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it? Because he's in the building just now. At 1804, so he went out at 1802. The only person that fits in is Brown. It has to be Brown. I'm probably wrong, but it has to be him. Well, you're not being very helpful. So he... that's the server door. And then we've got the main door. 1700, 1755, 1802, 1804. And he's inside. I'm gonna ask him some more questions. Excuse me, Mr. Brown. Anything else you want to know? About those door cards. I saw that you use a door card to enter and exit the building. Yeah, Cox Security has 2 door cards for AdSport. This one and another one in a locker in our office. Only our boss, me, and the other guard assigned to AdSpot can open it. They're not personalised or anything, we just grab one at HQ before we come here. Who is the other guard? His name's James Moore, he's been working for the boss for a long time. We alternate shifts here at Asport. Today's my turn. I see. That's all for now. So I still think it's brown. Still think it's brown. So, because he would have been in. Okay. Somebody came in at 1802 though, or went out at 1802. No. So somebody must have come in. He must have come in then at 1700. Who went out at 1755? Maybe somebody else came in at 1755. Then went to the server room. Broke out. Smashed the window. Went out of the room. I don't know. I think it was brown. I'm probably completely wrong. I took a look at the broken window. There's a lot more glass lying outside than in. I'm pretty sure that was smashed from the inside, not the outside. You're saying they broke the window to get out, not in? Exactly. I think whoever started that broadcast walked in through the front door, played the video, smashed the window, climbed through it and ran away. Why break the window at all then? Probably to conceal the real way they got in. If our perp entered through the front door, they must possess an AdSport door card. That leaves us with a limited circle of suspects, apart from the employees of AdSport. 3 people from Cox Security have access to the door cards as well. Cox himself, Brown, and his colleague Moore. Moore works here as well. He and Brown take turns in surveilling the facility. Any idea which of them started the video? Yeah, someone with a Cox Security card entered the building at 1755. Shortly before the broadcast began. That's why I think that Brown himself is behind all this. But wasn't he already inside the 1755? He told me his shift started at 1700. Yeah, but still, it would at least explain the inconsistent timing. I'll have the police arrest Brown and bring him to our HQ. Better safe than sorry. You and I should pay his boss a visit and see what he has to say. Should be back at his office by now. I'll send you Cox's address. Get to the train, I'll meet you there. Roger that. We were maybe wrong. He started at 5. Somebody came in at 1755, went into the server room, smashed the window, came back out. Or climbed out the window. Timings still don't make sense. I've probably mucked that one up. Hey, Saiter. Neil, good news. I managed to crack the cell of that businessman, Abraham Gonzalez. I found a deleted message that is extremely interesting. It seems like someone hired him to fetch the data module on Gara. And here's the kicker. The message was sent from the Mercurius network. The what now? The Mercurius network is only accessible to really big companies. They have to be publicly traded and count more than 10,000 employees. What's more, the message was sent via a highly encrypted channel of the network. Those are exclusively accessible to high-ranking executives. That means that whoever sent this message to Gonzalez is someone high up at a big company. Not just high up, it practically has to be the CEO. Good job, Saito. Sounds like a solid lead. I will forward you the message and a list of all companies in the solar system that match the criteria. I'm also opening a sheet about who is behind the Liberators. Oh, and one more thing. I also managed to extract a message from the sniper's cell. Looks like he sent it to the woman who stole the data from our chief. You might want to have a look at that as well. I'll forward it to your cell. Copy that. Talk to you later. Okay, so we've got 3 emails. Companies could be behind the Liberators. There's a lot of companies. As promised, I am sending you more detailed instructions for your mission on Gara. At 8:30 in the morning, you will wait for your contact person at the big fountain on Joris Plaza. She will hand you a data stick that you will take with you when you leave the planet in the evening. As soon as you have left the Gara network, you will be contacted by one of my employees and given further instructions. As we already agreed, you are strictly forbidden from asking questions or trying to find out what the data on the stick is about. Discretion is of the utmost importance for the mission. There's no name. Zora, you probably figured out by now that I lied to you about Williams asking me to take care of the handover. Pretty sure you're mad as hell and I'm sorry for that. Thing is, I have a bad feeling about this whole mission and I really couldn't stand it if you got hurt. We promised each other that this was the last job we would accept and that we would get out of it all afterwards. However, over the last few days I realised that going back to normal after all these years scares the shit out of me, and I'm not like you. What I'm trying to say is, if I don't get out of this, I want you to quit nonetheless and do what we were planned to do. I'm sure it will make you happy, maybe not immediately, but surely after a while. If everything goes as planned, I'll be with you in no time, and I'm sure I'll find a way to get used to normal life. If it doesn't, don't look back and don't come looking for me. Boyd. The name of the big company they're based on, they belong to sector specialised in where. So we have to figure all that out. Balloon Market, 1954, in the evening. Go to Cox Security. Right, nothing's highlighted again. I'm gonna switch the highlighting on. Gary, what's up? Hey, there was an issue with my car. I'll be there soon. An issue with your car, huh? Save it, Conrad. This is literally the first time. You're faster than me. Listen, we took a closer look at the people who have access to the odd spot door cards. Holloway had another chat with Brown. His wife is a savant. Don't think that he would support an anti-savant terror group. Cox has an alibi because he has been at a business dinner since 5:30. I think we should have a closer look at Mr. Moore, the other Cox security employee. We managed to reach his wife, but she said he's on holiday at Manami Tree Resort. We're currently trying to confirm this and get a hold of him. Why don't you go talk to Moore's wife, see if you can buy that story. Sato says that you're very close by. Move up a layer or two and make a right to leave the market. You should find her apartment there. Come back down to Cox's office when you're done. It's right near the train station. I'll be in there in 10.
On my way up to Moore's apartment, I walked through aromatic clouds of fried rice, fish, and mystery meat. I'd been down to Paloon Market once before, with Catherine. It almost surprised me to see that none of the platforms had collapsed in the years since. People were still selling the same junk, some of it probably stolen halfway across the planet.
We're trying to find this apartment, aren't we? Assume it's up here. Yeah. I like how the lights come on. Anybody home? Who's there? Agent Neil Conrad, CDI. I already talked to your colleagues. I know, I'm sorry to bother you once more. You said that your husband went on a vacation, is that correct? Why don't you come in? Can I see your badge? Of course. James went to Manami Tree Resort. His flight left last night after work. Is there a way to contact him? He left the cell here because he wanted some peace and quiet. What exactly do you want from him? I hope he's not in trouble. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Does he get in trouble a lot? No, not lately. Wouldn't everyone be worried about the CDI knocking on their door? Not lately. Does your husband have a criminal record? He made some mistakes years ago and he did his time for it. What did he do? His boss asked him to make a delivery of illegal substances. James got caught and his boss said he knew nothing about it. Who was his boss at the time? Not Mr. Cox, I suppose. Oh, it was Cox, alright. James was in prison for almost a year and went right back to working for him. He didn't hold a grudge at all? Let's say he didn't have much of a choice. It's hard enough finding a job nowadays, even more so with a criminal record. Thank you, Mrs. Moore. That's all for now. If your husband gets in touch, tell him to contact me. Here's my cell info. Do you mind if I have a quick look around? Look around? Why not, but please don't make a mess. What's that? 2 news articles the Moors hung up on the wall. I downloaded them to my cell. A single plate in the sink. Looks like she had dinner alone, so she's probably telling the truth. Oxydanolol, a highly addictive substance used in lung disease treatment. Talk to her again. Excuse me, Mrs. Moore. I have another question. Why did you frame these 2 news articles? They're important to James and me. They remind us of things we shouldn't forget. What things? I'm sorry, but that's really private. Could I ask you to leave now? I'm tired and need some rest. I see. Thank you. We should have these articles in here, shouldn't we? Oh. Hello, this is Ed, the guy from the harbour. You said you'd bring by me my spot bucket. I didn't hear anything. Yeah, we're working on it. Right. Millix wins 10-year court case. Negotiations in the Hope scandal finally came to a close last Monday. Millix Mining, excuse me, had made negative headlines almost 16 years ago when hundreds of employees filed a class action lawsuit against the mining giant. Many of them had suffered permanent lung damage after allegedly having been exposed to harmful gases over prolonged periods of time in the mining chamber dubbed Hope on FEMAS. So that's where she's got her lung issues from. A long, slow and expensive back and forth of appeals followed until last week, when the Interplanetary Court finally ruled that the company would not be held accountable. It did not have to compensate the alleged victims. This conclusion is viewed by many as a great failure of the federal justice system. Neither the mining lobby's system-wide influence nor the Federation's interest in Milix's economic success are a secret, leading many to openly question the integrity of the court's decision. Charges against the Cox Security. Last week, a delivery van belonging to the company Cox Security was stopped as part of a routine traffic control. The police found an undisclosed amount of mind-altering substances stowed away under the loading area and arrested the driver on the spot. Facing charges of drug trafficking, the CEO of Cox Security has denied any involvement and claimed the driver was acting on his own accord. If the driver admits fault, he is looking at up to 1 year in prison. Conrad, how do you get on with Moore's wife? Well, I think it's a strange coincidence that Moore is on holiday right now. I mean, it's a perfect excuse to disappear from the grid for a while. Plus, Moore's wife said that he didn't take his cell because he wanted some peace and quiet. Or because he wanted to make sure that the police can't track him down. Exactly. She also mentioned that he has a criminal past. Sounds like we're onto something here. I'm almost at Cox's building. Meet you there.
Oftentimes in our investigations, the obvious solution would turn out to be the right one. People usually acted in accordance with their interests and their emotions. Whoever we first thought did it, they often turned out to have done it. With Moore and everyone else we had met so far, it always felt that we were at least one step removed from the truth. Nothing about this case was obvious.
Right, we just need to find this building now. Oh, there's a staircase. Wait, is it this way? No. Wonder where this stair goes. It says it's a dead end though. Yeah, there's no entry sign. Do we need any more cigarettes? No, we're okay. Oh, there he goes. Conrad, we need to go up here. Cox has probably been waiting for us for a while. What's with this shabby building? I thought this was a big company. This is just one of the bases of operation, apparently. Listen, Conrad, I got a call from the AG. She ordered us to arrest Cox. What? From the AG herself? Why? I thought we were just going to question him. Did you tell the AG that we don't suspect Cox of starting the broadcast? I did, but I guess there's been a change of plans. Why does she want us to arrest him? She said that we have strong reason to believe that he is part of the Liberators. Did she bother telling you what she's basing that on? No. No. We don't have time to waste here, Conrad. Let's go get him. Do you want to do the talking? I'll see if I can have a look around in the meantime. Sure. I don't think he's going to give us trouble, but keep on your toes. He's big in the security business after all. They need to fix their light. Good evening, Mr. Cox. I am Agent Long and this is my partner, Agent Conrad. Evening. I'm sorry I don't have more chairs in here. We'll stand. I heard there was a break-in on Mr. Brown's watch. I didn't expect this sort of slip-up from him. I apologize. We're not here for him, actually. Mr. Cox, you're under arrest. You're suspected of providing support for an interplanetary conspiracy. I see. Oh dear. Put that gun down immediately. Get out of my way. You just shot a CDI agent. It's over, Mr. Cox. Oh, please don't overestimate your power. Shooting a CDI agent causes a citywide alarm. They're already locking down the area. No, you're bluffing. I am not. This is your last chance to surrender. Fuck you. You won't get anything from me. Put down your weapon and turn around to the wall. Officer Black, please drop your weapons right now. It's under control, officer. Stand down. I am Neil Conrad, CDI. Officer Black, we're coming up. If we see a gun, we'll shoot. Listen to me, I am CDI. My partner was shot and needs medical attention. Mr. Cox opened fire on us. We're coming in, no sudden movements. I will put my gun away if you keep yours pointed at Mr. Cox, okay? What's going on here? My partner and I came here to question Mr. Cox. He opened fire on us without warning. Show me your badge. See, I'm CDI. My name is Neil Conrad. This is my partner, Gary Long. He needs medical attention. Keep an eye on this guy, please. He's highly dangerous. I have to check on my partner. Okay, Marquez, make sure the building's clear and call for a medical team. I'll keep an eye on the perp. Gary, come on, say something. I'm okay, I'm okay. You sure? I'm sure, I just hit my head when I fell. Okay, thanks. You're wearing your vest. Always when I'm in the field. I see our friend is still alive. I'm going to be an interesting talk later. Fuck you, I'm not going to tell you anything. I was not ready for that. Neither was I. We should have been more careful. Looks like the AG had a point when she asked us to arrest him. I told you the higher-ups know what they're doing. Let's have a look around. There's probably something in here Cox really didn't want us to see. Cox Security received a prize from the DE grant years ago. Can we go in here? Oh, what's that on the floor? Gary, come check this out. Looks like Cox was destroying records. I think we interrupted them. Don't touch anything. I'll get the team here to salvage whatever possible. Sounds good. What should I do next? Go home, take a few hours off, let the adrenaline settle. Sounds good. But if you find something out about those drives or the next attack or Mr. Moore, I'll give you a call. But go home now. I'll let the chief know what happened. Copy that. Nothing else. Nothing upstairs. I need to find my way home again. Hey Neil. Hey Kat, everything okay? No, Laura's disappeared. What do you mean, disappeared? I let her go to that stupid party, but she promised she would be home over an hour ago. Have you tried calling her? Of course, but she's not answering. She's probably having fun and forgot the time. But why won't she pick up? It's not like her. Maybe the music is too loud. I'm sure she'll come home once she realizes you tried to reach her. She won't want you to worry for too long. Alright. Hey Neil, you want to swing by for a glass of wine? I'm on the train right now on my way back from work, and I'm pretty tired. Is it okay if I swing by spontaneously? Oh yeah, of course. I'm sitting here waiting anyway. If I'm too tired to come and she's still not there in an hour, give me a call, okay? Louisville, 2132. I always forget which way it is to get to my house. I think it's this way. Or not. It's up here, isn't it? Yeah, this is the way. Oops. I must keep remembering to switch that highlighting on. It switches off every time you change to a different area.
I met my own tired gaze in the glass. There were so many things on my mind. Laura's disappearance worried me more than I had shown. I thought maybe it had been the wrong call to let her go to that party. In hindsight, it probably wouldn't have mattered. And then there was Cox. I was curious about his explanation as to why he had opened fire on us. But mostly, I was glad that I hadn't had to shoot him.
Welcome, Mr. Conrad. Your visitor is waiting inside. Visitor? I'm not expecting anyone. Who is it? Your visitor is ID unknown. What the? I didn't tell you that I was expecting someone. Why did you let them in? I'm sorry, I did not understand the question. Stupid fucking thing. I'll see for myself. Who's that? You can put that gun away. Who are you? Got a nice place up there here. They pay you well. Show me your face. Turn around. Okay. Lila? Who? Oh right, yeah, my face. I don't like it, to be honest. Wait, it's you. You're the one who has assaulted Lila. I'm Zora. Nice to meet you. Slowly put your hands up. I'm here to talk. Put your hands up or I'll be forced to shoot. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. You can make your own decisions. What do you want? We need a guy in the CDI to help us out with a few things. Why the hell would I do that? We have your daughter. I should have led with that. Your what? We took your daughter, Laura. No, you're full of shit. You can ask your ex, she's not at home. What did you do with her? Nothing, she's fine. You work for the Liberators, right? I have a record of your conversation with the man who shot Bonnie. The stealing little girls, really? How they're trying to stand up for their ideals? You'd have to ask them. I don't know or care what they believe in. We're just getting paid. Or rather, we're supposed to. Then you showed up and watched the final step of the plan. Who is we? The kind of people who call when you want a foreign minister dead. So you're mercenaries, what do you call yourselves? Wouldn't help you even if I told you. Stealing the chief's data was part of your contract with the Liberators. So you pieced that together already? Yes. What was on that stick that made it so important? No idea, wait. You don't know either? I thought you had the drive. I don't, and I don't think I'll get my hands on it anytime soon. Who has it then if you don't? My superiors, if it still exists at all. That complicates things. I guess we'll have to move on to Plan B right away. Since the handover went south, the Liberators refused to pay us. We need that data to get our money after all. This is where you come in. If you figure out what the data is about, we might be able to locate it in the CDI database and extract it. I'll send you a private sheet to your cell. Submit it to us once you've found out. I will do no such thing. Don't be difficult, and hand me your cell for a minute, will you? Why, you don't need it to open a sheet? That's for something else. I need access to the CDI network for a moment. What for? To set up a backdoor for our hack. Why are you telling me all this? I could arrest you right here and... But you won't. And I doubt that you could. I'm telling you this because we work together now. The better you do your part, the sooner our client pays us, and the sooner you see your daughter again. If you do anything on my cell, they will trace it back to me. Don't worry, I'll use someone else's credentials. Whose credentials? It doesn't matter, give me your cell. At least tell me who I'd be throwing under the bus. Gary Long. What? No, his job means everything to him. So hey, top dancing. Well, that's probably because I am. Is that really more important to you than Laura's safety? Go on, she's your only bargaining chip. I'll try to find out what data it was about. That's got to count for something. You're definitely not increasing your chances if you don't cooperate now. Use my login. You wouldn't want to get yourself in trouble like this. No, you wouldn't want me to get in trouble like this. I am too important for you. So we agree, it has to be your colleague's credentials. I gotta keep pushing with mine. Use my credentials or I'm not giving it to you. Fine, but my boss won't be happy about it. This wasn't the plan. Done. So that's it then. I gave you access and I'll tell you all I find out about that data. You'll let Laura go now, right? This was just the first step. If you keep cooperating, you'll see her again soon. Please just let her go. She doesn't have to suffer like this. I'll help you anyway, so you'll leave us alone. You can't do so, it's not my call. This is really what you do with your life, murder and child abduction. I don't have time for this, we're done here. Answer my question, how do you live with yourself? You work for the CDI, don't you kill and abduct people all the time? Spare me your moral relativism crap, I'm not a mercenary. Sure you are. The CDI is trying to do the right thing. You do whatever the highest bidder tells you to do. The right thing? What kind of childish nonsense do you believe in? You don't have to believe in anything to not be evil. I don't believe in anything in particular. And yet here you are, talking about good and evil. Because we know what that is, we have an intuition for it. Bullshit, there's no such thing, we invented it. No, look, this lizard over there, he's my friend. He has never done anything evil. He can't. All animals just do shit for a while and then they die. Look, are you trying to keep me talking? You can't pretend to not care about anything. In fact, I know you do. You were separated from someone you care about. What are you talking about? The sniper we caught. You care about him, don't you? Go with the first one there. You wanted to start a new life with him. That's none of your business. But it's funny you mention him. Thanks to you and your colleagues, I won't to see him ever again. Didn't you just tell me it was bad to put people away against their will? My daughters didn't harm anybody. Your friend killed someone and might start a war. I'll be back with more instructions.
As soon as the woman disappeared into the night, my facade slipped and I nearly collapsed on the balcony floor. I took out my cell with shaking hands and tapped on Laura's face in my contacts. Maybe. She didn't pick up. I resisted the urge to call Catherine next. I couldn't just tell her about what had happened. She knocked on my door in the early morning, but I didn't open. I tried to decide on a course of action, but I couldn't concentrate. My mind alternated between trying to remember my last conversation with Laura and conjuring up horrible images of her tied to a chair in some basement. Sometime later, my alarm rang. I got up to go to work, not sure if I was ready to talk to Kat. I must have stood outside her apartment for a few minutes when I finally made a decision.
It's a shame the whole thing's not voiced anyway, but I mean, it is a very tiny game studio that developed it, so they wouldn't have had the budget. Right, we are going... What are we doing here? Still got this one to find out more about. Need to find out this data. So we are going... We need to talk to Kat, possibly. I suppose we could. Is that her apartment here? Neil, where the fuck have you been? I've tried calling you a million times. I even came to your apartment. I'm so sorry, Laura still isn't home. I've called her friends and nobody knows anything. Looks like she never went to the party. Neil, what do I do now? Listen, Kat. I know what happened to her, I guess. Kat, I know what happened to her. What? She was abducted. They took her to blackmail me. I'm so sorry. What are you saying? Who took her? I'm not sure yet. Seems like they were a group of mercenaries involved in Bonnie's murder. No. They promise they won't harm her if I do what they say. How can you do that to us? I didn't. It's not like I allowed them to take her. You have to tell the CTI. Maybe they can find out where she is and get her out of there. It's too risky right now. I'm afraid of what they'll do if they find out I snitched. And you think that people who abduct children and murder foreign ministers give a shit about their promises? I'm still evaluating the situation. I'll do everything in my power to keep her safe. What do they want from you? They want me to leak information about the case I'm investigating, about the Liberators. Please, Kat, trust me with this, okay? I won't let them do anything to her. I have to go. I'll call you as soon as I hear anything. And you do the same, okay? Alright, I'll be here all day. Right, where we're headed? Just to the train station. Oops, I missed the train station. Down here. Another perfectly timed train. 11 o'clock. Let's go find Gary. Oh, got a phone call. Who is this? Dad! Laura, where are you? Why didn't you let them use the login they wanted? Please, Dad, they're going to hurt me if you don't listen to them. You need to get me out of here. They swear they'll let me go if you do what they ask. I know how important your job is to you, Laura. But how bad can the things be that they're asking you? Please, I don't want to finish my... I want to finish my novel. Laura, listen to me. Tell him I'll do what they say. Do you hear me? I'll do what you say. Just give me some time and I'll get you what you want. Leave my daughter out of this. I need to go. Maybe Laura's in on it. Why was sitting here? I didn't tell him to sit there. Highlight. Oh, news article. Less than 24 hours after Barney's death, an organisation calling itself the Liberators has claimed responsibility for the attack. It was a scene right out of a movie, with screens all over the capital playing their radical message. If you weren't there, this is what they said. Okay, we've heard all this. So far, authorities have not confirmed that the people sending the message were in fact involved in Foreign Minister Barney's death, or what the chilling announcement at the end might pertain to. Morning, Conrad. You look pale. Are you sick? No, I'm fine. Hope you got some rest after yesterday's incident. Let me bring you up to speed. The chief said he's making some announcement this morning. Didn't sound good at all. But we'll see in a few minutes. We took Cox in for questioning. You can interrogate him later. But first you should talk to Sato. He's in their office and there's some new intel on Moore and Cox for you. Okay, I'm on it. Listen, Conrad, I've been a little intense these past few days. These are special circumstances. You understand that, right? Sure, it's been kind of hard on us all.